So now going on to probably what is going to be the most controversial meet the parents is Judy and Nick Hopps.
Because, like, let's face it, like, everybody thinks that Judy and Nick were in a strictly platonic relationship.
Yeah, that's and like basically everybody's been saying for a while at Disney, like, come on, like guys and girls can be friends. So the Disney's like, okay, here you go. But then suddenly, everybody's shipping them.
Exactly, and if that bee and that human in that bee movie could get together, like, who's complaining? Like, what's wrong with Nick and Judy? Like, at least they don't have a bad height difference.
Yeah, somebody on the internet brought up that these interspecies relationships, like, it can work. Like, why not? Ariel and Eric were not the same full species.
And look, Herc and Meg, like, he's a god, she's a human. Like, there are all kinds of different species floating around. Like, love is love. So let's just acknowledge that Nick and Judy were in the room together and they're in love. So, like,
this is the other elephant in the room that the inspector didn't bring up.
Exactly, that's the one he didn't acknowledge and say happy birthday to.
Like, there's tension between Judy and Nick, and whether they deny it or not, it's there. Like,
and even Nathan Greno in the behind the scenes of Zootopia, he even said, he called it the breakup scene.
Exactly.
Between Nick and Judy.
Everybody else. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, if they're two straight heterosexual guys and they're saying, the breakup scene, they wouldn't say that.
Exactly, so that would just be weird.
Yeah, like, breakup from what? Then they were never together. Like, what's the problem?
Yeah, they would have called it like a fight scene or something. But like, now that we've established that Nick and Judy are on their way to a relationship, Nick is probably gonna meet her parents pretty soon. Like, even if they're just dating or whatever. Like,
and, I mean, we know that Judy's dad had like this deathly fear of foxes. It's basically like, imagine if like your dad is afraid of spiders and you're dating a spider. Like, it's not gonna go down well. Like, your dad's gonna be like, well, I'm afraid. So for Judy's dad, I mean, this is like a nightmare.
And Judy's dad, like, Judy's parents, they're both a bunch of hillbillies, like, they're deathly afraid of trying anything new, and, like, here's Judy, like, getting with somebody outside of her species, like, that's biracial. That's an interrelational. It's an interracial relationship.
Like, Nick is he's a city slick. He's on the streets. He's on the wrong side of the law for a while.
And he's also a prey. She's the prey and he's the hunter. So, like, this could make for some good jungle loving. But, like, the parents are kind of freaked out. Like, what is this? This is new.
And also all of Judy's siblings. Like, it's gonna be mad awkward. Like,
and Judy's got a lot of siblings that Nick is gonna have to get approval from.
And Nick, right, likes making risky jokes. What if Nick's like, well, I'm gonna eat you guys for dinner tonight? Everyone laughs, but everyone's like, is he gonna eat us for dinner tonight?
Exactly, because the fear is never really gone. Like, I mean, because it is in Nick's nature. Like, Nick is a predator by nature. Like, he's gotta eat too. Like, what's Nick gonna eat? Don't foxes have rabbit for lunch?
But we get it that in Zootopia, what they were trying to do is they were trying to say, well, guess what, guys, like, you're not your biology. But they shouldn't have used animals, because the problem is that animals, unlike humans, don't think.
Exactly.
Like, abstract thinking.
Most humans don't eat other humans for dinner. Like, there are a couple of cannibals out there, the freaky kinds. But most of them, they eat other things. So, like,
yeah, Nick's not eating other foxes, but hey, maybe rabbit for lunch sounds tasty.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's also kind of like Twilight, where, like, the thing about Twilight was, the Lion and the Lamb, where, the Edward the vampire, humans are supposed to be sprayed, then he gets with one of them. So, like, if he can do it, I don't see why Judy and Nick can't.
Exactly. So Megabucks, what do you think about, like, when Nick brings Judy home to meet his parents?
Oh, man. Like, now, this is gonna be extremely awkward, because now imagine if, like, you went home and you brought home, like, some boiled carrots and a steak, and you're like, this is my new, this is my new boyfriend, Dad. Like, your dad's gonna, what the hell? You can't date me.
And you'll be like, well, come on, Dad. It's tasty. It's delicious. It looks good. I mean, I want to spend the rest of my life with these carrots. And he does call her carrots, which is,
yes! When Nick says to Judy, I could just eat you up. You look so good. Like, this has a whole new meaning.
Exactly. He actually could eat her up if he wanted to.
Now,
but
the cool thing is that Judy is more risk. Like, she's not risk averse like her parents. So I think Judy is willing to accept the risks.
Exactly. Besides, like, Judy and Nick, like, they can both preach to their parents. They can be like, hey, guys, like, I know we're of different races and species and whatever. But, like, guess what? Like, we're both police officers, Like, we have something in common. So, you've got to see that we work well together and we'll probably start a great life together. They'll probably adopt, maybe they'll have, like, a totally different animal as a kid.
Absolutely, because see, this is going to be a problem. Like, you know, if they were, like, basically the line's not going to be able to continue on both sides, right? Like, adoption is going to have to be on the table, basically.
Exactly. Like, it's just...
And then it's like, are we picking favorites? Are we going to adopt one fox and one bunny? Are we
And then are they gonna even accept them as their parents? Like, if they adopt a bunny, is the kid gonna accept Nick as its dad? Because it's gonna be like, hey, all the other kids have both bunnies as parents. So, you know,
like, imagine Nick comes to pick up, you know, a Nudie or Jake. I'm trying to think of a good name.
Nudie.
Okay, that's not happening.
Nudie, Nick and Judy.
So Jake, little.
I think Nudie's better.
All right, so little
I'm gonna
Nudie.
go with Nudie.
So little Nudie's at school, and you know, suddenly, you know, for whatever reason, you know, Judy had some big assignment, so Nick comes to pick him up, and everyone's like, oh no, like there's a bunny napper around. And he's like, no, actually, I'm his dad.
He'll be like, don't worry, guys, it's chill. Like, you know, you don't have to worry about it. He's my dad.
See, so Judy and Nick they're paving the way towards equality for everybody. Like, everyone's like, look, don't do it, but like Judy and Nick are gonna basically have to get together if they want to get the environment. If they really want to have true equality, then this is what they're gonna have to do. And I think in Zootopia 3, I think we'll see this happen.
Yeah, really Nick and Judy are gonna be the new Shrek and Fiona. Because guess what? Fiona, like, you know, Fiona was originally human. Like, yeah, she got zapped into an animal or whatever, but like originally she was human. So that was a cross race thing too. So people need to just chill.